Hey everyone, welcome back to WrestlePop.
All right, guys, we've got some interesting news out of AEW and Impact. So get this, Sammy Guevara, who works closely with Chris Jericho at AEW, he was recently kind of put on loan to Impact because Chris Jericho is close friends with Don Callis, and they kind of concocted this little scheme to have Sammy go over to Impact, work a few matches, and just kind of have a little crossover promotion thing.
Which is great, right? Helps both companies, so really great idea. Unfortunately, guys, this went down. Not the way they planned it.
Exactly. So there's a couple different reports going around about this. So the first one that came out, that Sammy was allegedly supposed to go to Impact and do some tag team matches and then, come back with the belt and then they would take it off of him and blah, 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 blah. All of these things. But people said on the inside that he got there and then wanted to start changing the outcomes of everything, change how they did it all. And the Impact was like, no thanks, we're not gonna do that. But now it's also being reported that that's not what happened. And really it was that he was supposed to do the tag team matches, but that he wanted instead to do singles matches. And then they said, nah, no thanks, we don't really want to do that. But either way, the outcome is the same.
Yeah, so the story is very vague here, guys. There's different scenarios here. Who knows what the truth is, right? Because this is wrestling and this is like wrestling gossip. He's in AEW, but only the hardcore fans know who he is. And so for him to make these kind of changes, I'm really glad Impact said no, they put their foot down, because this dude needs to be humbled. Now look, if you guys don't know, he also had a little drama about a year ago, I believe it was, with the whole Sasha Banks thing, because he said that she's very attractive, but the way he said it was very immature.
Yeah.
And I think that's the problem here also. He works for AEW, but he's still green.
Yeah, I think that he feels like he's much more important than he is, and maybe the fault is that backstage at AEW, they're hyping him up and telling him that he's really important or something. But either way, he thinks that he's on the level of Hogan or Taker or something, and he's really not. And I think he needs to just be humbled a little bit and taken down a few pegs. And maybe it sounds like the way that it went down is that as soon as he landed, he was told, hey, never mind, you're not needed here. Maybe that was a little bit of a wake-up call to be like, oh wow, they'll just cut me loose as soon as I fly across the country to go be with them. Then they're just like, you're garbage, get out of here.
So what's interesting about all of this is that I was actually listening to Keeping It 100 with Conan, and they had Nick Aldis on there, and Nick was actually saying that some of the AEW guys have egos now because they're on AEW and the shows and all that kind of stuff. And it made me wonder, could Sammy be the first major firing from AEW because of his ego?
All right, guys, that's the video. If you like what we're doing here, definitely check out our other channel, 5 Minute Eats, and don't forget to give us a like and subscribe.